Coming up on Wolverine Sports Magazine, football comes off its most complete performance of the season. Hear from head coach Brandon Naurato as hockey season is about to begin. A senior named Sammy is leading the streaking women's soccer club. We've also got swimming, softball, baseball, and a look ahead to the battle for the Brown Jug. That and more on the way next.
Wolverine Sports Magazine is presented by Meijer.
Hi everybody, we come to you from Yost Ice Arena, but we're going to start with football. The Wolverines are coming off their first road game of the season, and by most measurables, their most complete performance of the season. Michigan continues to play at a high level, and they're doing it with great consistency.
Our goal every day is just to get better. Every day, every game, every time we step on the field. We're really not concerned about what the other team is, who they are. We just kind of see them as nameless, faceless opponents and just kind of doing our jobs and doing it as best as we can.
We're not going to be complacent. We're always going to continue to rise to our full potential. You know, I say to myself and to the team, like, this team doesn't reach its peak, you know. Every single week we progressively get better and better and better. And that's going to be scary for us.
You know, we have a real brotherhood here of we all love each other in the locker room. We love the coaches. I mean, it's just like a family. You know, I think that's just, at the end of the day, why we're playing so good is just you see someone make a play, and I mean, you can see it with JJ celebrating when Christian Boyven made that tackle. It's just we just all love each other and want to see the best for each other.
We want you to have all the success in the world, and by the way, you're having it, so keep doing you. It's working. And if you want to get a little bit better at something, just work a little bit harder at it, and whatever you do, don't get the big head, because that's a trap. A deep, dark, lonely trap.
We'll circle back later to talk about the battle for the Little Brown Jug. Hockey got its first game-like experience last weekend, an 8-1 exhibition win over Simon Fraser. But this weekend it gets real. The Providence Friars come to town for games Saturday and Sunday right here at Yost.
As we going on year 3, it's definitely still the same excitement level, and just can't wait to get out there and play against Providence and see the children of Yost in full action again.
As you leap into action, what do you want people to know about this year's group?
I think we just want people to know that, you know, we're here to win, and you know, we're here to you know, make people happy, and you know, we're here to have fun too. You know, I think we have a really close group this year, and you know, we all play hockey to have fun. So I think this year it's just going to be a lot of fun, and you know, hopefully we do a lot of winning with that.
We've been looking forward to this series for a while now. I mean, guys have been getting antsy. Obviously, we got the exhibition game, but we're going to get that real feeling this weekend. So we're going to be able to just pour everything out that we've been working on. It'll be really fun. 4
freshmen, 5 transfers. What's the key to just integrating a new team every fall?
I think it's just including everyone, and you know, not just stuff on the ice, but off the ice. I think molding really well off the ice helps us to do that, and I think we've done a really good job of that. So I think we're really close this year, and it should really show on the ice.
How did making a Frozen Four motivate you and some of the other guys coming into this year, because you got a taste of it?
Yeah, I mean, we've gotten a taste of it the past 2 years, and you know, to fall up short, it's heartbreaking, and you know, there's a lot that we were able to learn from that, though, and you know, there's a lot of returners on this team that were in that Frozen Four game, and you know, I think we're going to take those experiences and be able to, you know, share with the new guys, and you know, better ourselves and better the new guys. So when we get back there again, hopefully, you know, we could get a different result.
We're joined by head coach Brandon Naurato, and my first question for you, coach, is how much different does it feel in year number 2, knowing that you've had some time to get ready for this?
No, it feels great. It's just been a blast coming to the rink with all the returners, the new guys, the new staff, just kind of getting after it every day and challenging each other and just trying to get better, but just super positive vibes and everyone's smiling.
What did you do in the off season to maybe assist yourself as you get ready for year number 2?
I would just say, like, big picture planning, like, you know, tipped over every rock or stone to find out what we liked or what we wanted to tweak, from recruiting to NIL, the transfer portal to adding 6 inches on the bench so that we don't have to stand on the bench in games. Like, so many little things and then big things, just so everything's running efficiently and everyone's on the same page.
Right, every single year, every coach has to deal with it, integrating new guys. What is the key to bringing in not only freshmen, but transfers, guys who know a little bit about playing college hockey?
Yeah, it's been great. You know, just with like roster management, the type of kids we're bringing in, they're smart kids, they're competitive, so they're not going to get it right away, but they're willing to learn. And I think the coolest thing is guys are gelling quickly. It's a huge compliment to the leadership group and just the returners of helping bring those guys along.
Home opener this weekend against Providence. How excited are your guys to start this season and get things rolling?
Yeah, the practices have just been so competitive. Like I said, we have those guys as individuals are just a competitive group, and it's just been building and building. I think they're sick of beating up on each other and ready to get into some competition.
Brandon, thank you very much, and good luck against the Friars.
Thank you.
Wolverine Sports Magazine is presented by Meyer and brought to you in part by Alro Steel, by Abso Pure Water, and by Grand Traverse Resort.
The women's soccer team is in a 5-way tie for second place in the Big Ten, and they've got defending league champ Michigan State coming to town Saturday. The game is a sellout. Anthony Polidano has more on the red-hot Wolverines.
Wolverines hosted 4th-ranked Penn State September 28th, having won 6 of their previous 7 games. The unbeaten Nittany Lions scored in the 18th minute to take the lead, before the Wolverines countered 8 minutes later when sophomore Jenna Lang scored. The goal was just the 4th that Penn State surrendered all season. The 1-1 draw is Michigan's second tie against a top 5 team this year. Lang opened the scoring Sunday against Maryland in the 5th minute. Michigan's fastest start this season, and their 4 total goals against the Terrapins marked a season high. Senior Sammy Woods scored her 6th and 7th goals of the fall, while Pritch scored the 5th goal of her rookie season.
Scoring in the first 5 is huge, setting that tone early. So a lot of different people getting in, helpers, assists, goals, and getting different people in on the mix was a really big step in the right direction today. 26 shots is huge, and then now it's kind of just about putting a few more of those away.
Yes, we're winning, but we're doing it as a team. And these wins, we talk about shallow wins versus deep wins. These wins are deep wins that we can look back and reflect on of how we were doing this together.
We're a young team, and we need those experiences to get better and be where we want to be. So I think all the credit is to them and their approach to the season. And because of that, growth mindset, you can see that they're continuing to get better every single week.
Michigan's defense earned their 7th shutout of the season on Sunday and improved to 5-0-1 at home on the year. Next up, the Spartans come to town for a match on Saturday night at the U of M Soccer Stadium. If you can't make it to Ann Arbor, you can check out the game on BTN+. For MGO Blue TV, I'm Anthony Polidano.
Thanks, Anthony. The men's team hosted Wisconsin Sunday, and it was the home team that took a 1-0 lead in the 41st minute when freshman João Ramos scored his 2nd goal of the season. The Badgers responded 20 minutes later with the equalizer, and that's how the game ended. Michigan has not lost a Big Ten match. They have 1 win and 3 ties and travel to Columbus Friday to take on the Buckeyes. The field hockey team was on the road last week. Freshmen Kelsey Reviello and Juliet Manzor scored penalty corner goals in the first half. The Wolverines picked up a 2-0 win in Bloomington against the Hoosiers. Junior Kaylee McMahon turned aside 7 shots, including a penalty stroke save, to earn her 4th shutout of the season. McMahon made a career-high 9 saves against Northwestern in Evanston Sunday, but that was a 1-0 loss for the Wolverines. They're back in action Friday when they travel to take on Rutgers. Last Friday, graduate student Owen McKenzie crossed the finish line 2nd to lead the men's cross-country team to a 3rd-place finish at the Notre Dame Invitational. The Fighting Irish took the team title. Kayla Windemuller was the women's top finisher Friday at the Lakefront Invitational in Chicago. Kayla finished 9th. The team finished 7th as Furman won the 16-team event. The men's and women's swimming and diving teams came together with Holt College and Calvin University September 29th. they honored the memory of former Wolverine swimmer Ian Miskelly at the Be Better Invitational at Canham Natatorium. Both teams are looking good early on under new head coach Matt Bowe.
We definitely know what we've got. I mean, this meet helped us show kind of where we're at in our training. And, you know, the thing that I stressed to the athletes was this meet wasn't about times. It wasn't about kind of testing where we were at in terms of the clock. It was more about details, you know, learning where we were at with our skills, what we need to build on for this next 6 weeks. So there's a great emphasis going to be placed on those skills that we need to develop. And it was just exciting to get the team together, bring a lot of energy, get behind each other, and have some fun racing.
Both teams were back in the pool Saturday morning for their annual Maize and Blue meet. The season resumes October 20th in Madison. And now, how about some fall ball exhibition action for both the baseball and softball teams? Really nice crowd Friday at Carroll Hutchins Stadium to see the Wolverines take on Toledo. It's scoreless in the second when Michigan sent 16 batters to the plate before the Rockets could register a putout. Sophomore Maddie Erickson belted a grand slam. And 2 batters later, sophomore Maddie Ramey sends one just over the right field fence. Michigan blasted their neighbors to the south 13-2. Baseball hosted Eastern Michigan Saturday for a single 18-inning game. Michigan fans were able to see 12 returning players for the Wolverines, who are joined by 8 transfers and a 21-member freshman class. Team 158 looked good, beating the Eagles 18-4. Volleyball remains winless in Big Ten play. They host Northwestern Friday night at Cliff Keen Arena, and Saturday they host number 2 ranked Nebraska at Chrysler Center. The match can be seen on Big Ten Network.
Wolverine Sports Magazine is presented by Meijer and brought to you in part by Michigan Medicine.
Back to football now. Every time Michigan and Minnesota play, there's a bit of history to explore. The battle for the Little Brown Jug, the oldest trophy game in college football, dating back to 1892. The last time they played, 2020, the first game of the COVID season. The Wolverines won that contest at TCF Bank Stadium 49-24, but it was an eerie setting. No fans or piped-in crowd noise, and cardboard cutouts weren't a thing yet.
You know how it is, like off-season, you put in so much work, then you got camp, and then, you know, the season got canceled, and then we came back, and it's like, man, I just put on all this work, and it feels like worse than a high school game, like nobody's at the game.
You just kind of can hear everything. You can hear the refs yelling. You can hear their sideline, everyone over there. It just felt like a ghost town, playing in a ghost town, honestly.
As for the Brown Jug, Michigan players are annually educated about its long and rich tradition.
This is the first rivalry that has ever happened in college football. You know, there's over 155 rivalries now, but this is like the first rivalry right now. And it's exciting to, you know, play for the Brown Jug.
You play for something a little extra. All of the guys, the alumni that came forward and played for the trophy. You just think about all those big games that they played in, all the great players that came and played in those games.
And I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I look at it and I'm like, I mean, our Gatorade jugs are like big and orange now. We got this little brown jug, which it's all painted cool and everything. So I got a little replica in my apartment. So I think it's pretty sweet.
And you gotta believe there'll be a seat on the plane reserved for the Jug as they hopefully bring it back home until the two teams meet again. That's our show for this week. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time right here on Wolverine Sports Magazine.